Hey there, I hope you're having an awesome day, and thanks so much for stopping by. In today's Business Basics training video, we're going to do a little work on mindset. And one of the things I've learned over time is that very successful people do something that people who don't achieve don't do. And what is that thing? I'm going to give you a little hint. It actually doesn't cost anything. It's very easy to do. We're going to work on a shift, and that will hopefully help you step into that place too. And it's that successful people, whether they're athletes, whether they're in business, whether they just have great relationships or great parents, they ask themselves bigger questions. As we go through life, often it's tempting to focus on what's happening. And I love what Joel Osteen says, don't focus on what you're going through, focus on what you're going to. So we'll often focus on what's happening, or specifically what's not happening. Oh, I don't have enough money to pay my student loan debt, or I can't seem to lose this weight. And we'll walk through our life making all these statements like, oh, my marriage is in trouble, or I wish I had more money. But we're so focused on this lack that we forget to ask ourselves the questions that will actually trigger the answers, which I believe you have within, to help you get to the next level. So one of the things I teach the entrepreneurs that I work with is to ask some of the following questions, and they usually begin with what if. So let's say you've been in a funk, and we all get there, myself included, and things are going a little flat. Ask yourself, what if, and then finish it with your goal. So let me give you an example. So let's say you have 30 pounds to lose, you're feeling frustrated, and you've been like, I'm overweight, and my thighs are fat, and all this stuff. Change that to a what if statement. So you can say something like this: what if I could find a way to lose that 30 pounds? What if losing this 30 pounds could be easy? Or my favorite thing to say instead of lose is release. I was a nutritionist and trader for 15 years. So what if releasing this 30 pounds was actually easier than anything I'd ever done? See how it changes the emotional state, and it's much more empowering? Let's do another one with business. My business is flat, my people aren't doing anything, my team's not producing. Ask yourself another what if question. What if there was a way that my team could become more systemized and begin to produce more? What if there was a way that I could actually do more with less time? What if there's a way I could empower people without spending as many hours trying to motivate people? As we begin to get these what if statements going, and you can see where the pattern is going, it changes our ability to seek out the answer. Because when we're in that place of seeking, and we've heard ask and it shall be given, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open. When we're asking the right questions, the answers begin to come to us. Very successful people don't focus on what is, they ask these massive questions. Let's talk about Howard Schultz, and I'm a huge fan of Mr. Schultz, who was, really the founding brain behind Starbucks. And at the time, a lot of people said, this is a ridiculous idea. It's not going to work. People are not going to go for gourmet coffee. There's competition in the market, or I love this, the market's saturated. So Mr. Schultz asked himself a question. He said, how can I bring this Italian coffee experience to America? How can I systemize this? How can I have these amazing coffee drop-ins like they have in Italy right here in Seattle? And as he began to ask these big questions and really take action on them and the answers that were coming, he grew, guess what? Starbucks, this massively successful business. The same thing is true of any business. Steve Jobs asked big questions. How can we? He wanted to have a closed circuit system. And a lot of people are saying you need all these USB ports, the more the better. You can't have a closed circuit system. But he didn't focus on, I can't do this, even though that's what people are telling him. He said, how can we make this happen? Just like Roger Bannister, sub 4-minute mile, everyone's like, it's not humanly possible to do it. He asked a different question. How can I run a 4-minute mile? Who do I have to become to do this? How do I have to train to do this? And I'll share with you very intimately, personally, when I was diagnosed with progressive multiple sclerosis back in 2000, I didn't say, oh, I've got MS. And the doctor is like, well, this case is really bad. With cases like this, you're usually in a wheelchair in 10 years and dead in 20. I asked myself some big questions. How can I live a bold life with this? How can I overcome this? And these were the questions as I was going through them that led me to different answers and different modalities to allow me to be so functional. And, now I've run 6 Boston marathons post MS, and I'm not saying I have all the answers, believe me, I don't, but to live with this illness and to navigate it successfully. And it's the same thing no matter what we're going through in life. We've got to ask ourselves bigger questions if we want bigger results. And I want to leave you with this. Let's say you're in a business and you have some form of sales. Ask yourself, what would it take? This is another one. What would it take for me to get to the next goal? Who would I have to become to achieve this? Who do I have to model? Who do I have to emulate to hit this goal? And as we ask these questions, and especially if you review them first thing in the morning, last thing at night, I promise you the answers will come. And let me ask you this. What if everything you're seeking in your life, and you deserve to have a big, beautiful, juicy life? What if everything you're seeking is on the other side of asking some bigger questions? So with that, if you love today's training, I would love to work with you. Check out my website, www.susansly.com. Our course curriculum is up from now all the way until June 2017, and my Organize Your Life series courses, including Sales Academy, the Fundamentals, and Organize Your Life for Entrepreneurs, are all available. And I would love to work with you. I'd love to teach you more stuff like this. So with that, God bless. Check out my Facebook, Susan Sly Live, or on Instagram at Susan Sly, Twitter, Susan_Sly, or just find me on social media and let me know what this video meant to you. With that, God bless. Go rock your day, and I'll see you next time.